Hey, I hope you guys are doing good. Here we go. Ready? All right, so it says equivalent fractions. Well, you know that fractions and ratios go together, okay? So think about these like ratios, okay? If you have 2 to 5 of something and you need to increase it, and you know that you have to get to 6 of something, you want to increase it by multiplying by 3. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6, therefore 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so if you're looking at equivalent ratios or fractions, you want to increase them by the same on the top and the bottom. Okay, so this fraction here or ratio is equivalent to this, and the way that you made that happen was you multiplied it by 3. So you did 3 times that. So you increased it by 3. Okay? Take a look at number 2. So if you guys have this as number 2, it's 1 to 3, and somehow you have to need to get something to 6. Well, think, what factor did they use to increase it to 6? 3 times what is 6? 3 times 2. So whatever you do on the bottom, you must do on the top. So 1 times 2 is 2. So these ratios here, 1 to 3 and 2 to 6, are equivalent. Okay? You just increased it by 2. You multiplied by 2. Where over here, you multiplied by 3. You increased it by 3. Okay? All right, look at the next one. Look at number 3. You have 7 to 4, or 7 to 4, and somehow you needed to get over here to 20. Okay, so look at your denominators. What factor did you use? 4 times what? 5 to get to 20. Well, then you have to put your 5 up here too. 7 times 5 is 35. So then these two ratios, 7 to 4 and 35 to 20, are equivalent. Okay, and they're equivalent because you increase them by 5. Okay, look at the next one. Over here, you have 5 to 8 as your ratio, and now you have 30 to something. What is that? Well, 5 times what is 30? 6. Okay, so now down here you want to do the same thing. 8 times 6 is 48. Right? You just came up with two equivalent fractions. 5 to 8 and 30 to 48. So you took this batch or these fractions and you increased it 6 times. Okay? Over here you increased it 5 times. All right, look at the next one. Look at 5. You have 1 to 2 is equal to 9 over something. Well, in order to get that, you need to figure out what you increased it by. So 1 times 9 is 9. So 2 times 9 is 18. So you increased it 9 times. So 1 over 2 is equal to 9 over 18. Okay? You increased it by 9 times. Look at this one. 9 to 4 is equivalent to something over 16. Well, what did you multiply it by? 4 times 4 is 16. So 9 times 4 is 36. So these two ratios are equivalent. And they're equivalent because you multiplied it and increased it 4 times. Okay? Take a look at number 7. 3 to 5 is equivalent to 6 over what? 3 times 2 is 6, so 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so you increase this one by 2 times. Look at the next one. 5 to 7 is something to 21. 5 times what? Well, 7 times 3 is 21. So increase this by 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. So you increase this 3 times. All right? Because they're the same. There's just more parts over here. All right? Same. All right, what about 9? 1 to 4 is equivalent to something over 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. So 1 times 7. So you have 7 over 28. So increase this one 7 times. Okay? Look at 10. 10 says 8 to 3 is equal to 40 over something. You guys have to increase these ratios. Increase the fractions. 8 times 5 is 40. So 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so you increase this 5 times. 8 over 3 is the same as 40 over 15. Okay? All right, let's look at the other page. Look at the back. Look at this. So if you have them and they just look like this, and they don't have the rainbows or the upside down rainbows or whatever you want to call it, they want you to increase these ratios, okay? Increase, or maybe they want you to decrease, okay, the ratios, okay? And they're all equivalent, which means equal, okay? They're all equivalent, which means equal, all right? But make sure when you increase them or decrease them, you use the same factor, okay? So take a look at number 1. 3 times what is 6? You're going to say 2, right? So then 7 times 2 is 14. Those are equivalent. Those are equivalent because you increase them. But you increase them by multiplying the top and the bottom by 2. Okay? Take a look at this one. I'm just going down. 3 to 4, equivalent ratio would be what? What did you use here to get to 32? 8. So 3 times 8, that's 24. Okay? Look at the next one. 2 times something gave you 20. You multiply by 10, so 8 times 10 is 80. Those are equivalent. So if you think about it, it's just working with your fractions, just thinking about them as ratios, right? You have 3 yellow shapes for 6 shakes, but now they want you to increase it to 18 shapes, and you increased it by using it times 6. It's got to be 6 times 6 is 36. Okay? What about this one? 1 to 2, you multiplied by 2, so 9 to 2 is 18. Okay? What about this one? Look at this. 10 to 100 just means that you multiply by 10, so 8 times 10 is 80. Okay, you guys are doing good. I'm going to fill in the rest of these. This would be 16, because you multiply by 8. This you multiply by 8. What about this one? 9 times something is 27 times 3, so something times 3 is this, or 27 divided by 3 is 9, so 36 divided by 3 would be 12, right? What about this one? 3 times 3 is 9, so 7 times 3 is 21. Look at this one. 1/3 equals 2 over something. So 1 times 2 is 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 25 times 2 is 50. 24 times 2 is 48. 1 over 4, 1 part of 4, 1 to 4, is also equal to, what? 4 over 16. You guys are doing good. Look at the next one. 2 over 5 is also equal to, what? Multiply by 5. 5 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Look at the last one. 9 times 2 is 18. So something times 2 over here, it's got to be 3. Okay, you guys are doing a good job working on equivalent fractions. Remember, they must be equal. Okay, like you're doubling the recipe. Like you're doubling the recipe. Double the recipe. Triple the recipe. Double the recipe. Triple the recipe. You guys are doubling and tripling these recipes. All right, you're doing a great job. You guys keep it up. I'll see you later. Bye.